Leo, welcome to your Moving On reading. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. You will note I'm actually recording you with the air signs today. I had actually gotten a message done for you with your fellow fire signs, as I typically do, but yours, and only yours, for some reason, came back with the audio feedback of a high-pitched squeal. I blame them retrograde, as we should. I honestly don't know. The connectivity was fine as far as I could tell. But there you are. And it irritates me, honey, because it was so good. It was so freaking good, bro, sis. It was awesome. I was so proud of the Leo I was looking at. I actually went, yes. That's how kick-ass it was. Don't remember the details. I just know that I loved it. So if you are indeed that Leo who is just killing your goals right now, you have objectives in mind, you've got your movement mapped out, you're on top of your game, congratulations to you. It was fantastic. Yes. Oh, I loved it. I was so proud of the Leo group. Goal-oriented, driven, ambitious. It was brilliant. It was smooth. So if you're indeed that self-empowered Leo who's just kicking ass and taking names, congratulations to you. Keep it up. Apparently, another message needed to come through. Here we are. Here we are. Now, talking about moving on. It is a brand new reading type that at this time I anticipate to rotate into the channel on a regular basis, such as with Celtic Cross, Intimate Tarot, that kind of thing. I devised it specifically in mind of moving on, moving forward goals. Let me tell you why. I love the love readings, guys, and you do too. I know this, I understand this, and thank you for trusting me with your more intricate and intimate love energies. They are extensive, as we know. And I pride myself on being an in-depth reader. I try to give everyone as much information as possible as it concerns their love energies. Yours, your persons, the connections, old connections, why they didn't work out, how we're working through them, why, how they're still affecting us, you name it. I completely respect that. I get it. But it has been my observation, that the love energies can completely dominate the whole reading, even the stuff that's meant to be more of a self-portrait, such as Celtic Cross or the monthly overviews. So I said, you know what? We need to do something about that. So this is called Moving On, and it doesn't just have to be love, guys. We got to get outside that love box. It's anything. I'm here, I want to get to here, and I'm kind of stuck, and I don't know why. There's things that I'm trying to achieve. Why am I not achieving them? Is it self-sabotage? What's going on with me? That kind of stuff. Real in-depth. Let's look at ourselves work. In that respect, point blank, these are non-reversal readings. Like always, the basic instructions apply. Take what resonates, leave what does not, but there will be no room for reversal readings. No them, no they. It is pure self-sign concentration. Okay? I point this out because this reading type is really going to separate the casual observer from someone who actually wants to do the real work. And we all have extenuating circumstances, guys. Always. We always have that one person that's just making our life hell. We all have that one boss that we just kind of wish we could flip off. Everybody, there will always be. It's called life. Okay? The point of moving on is to see what we're doing with it. How are we reacting to it? How are we holding ourselves accountable? And that's going to make folks uncomfortable. Nevertheless, real tarot. This is what real tarot is. Let's look at ourselves. It's going to be a challenge in that respect. So I would advise you now, if the reading is not for you, do yourself the favor of separating your sign from the message. Just because it says Leo in the title doesn't mean it's for you. You can be like, whew, well, that's not me. Thank goodness. Moving on. Okay? But if it does challenge you, if it does chafe you a little bit, ask yourself why. Real tarot is real work. Not just in our connections or with other people, but with ourselves. Everything begins with the self. I say it all the time. And we're going to see that today. Okay? So if this is not your reading type, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. No offense taken. None whatsoever. I understand. No problem. But I do want to inject more self-portrait tarot work. That's the goal here. Okay? All right. We're going to start by pulling you an oracle card from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. remembered. What's going on, please, for Leo? What does Leo need to see in their effort to move on, move forward, move on, move forward, move on, move forward, move on, move forward, please, for Leo? What does Leo need to see, please? Let's do one more. Show me what Leo needs to see, please, in their effort to move on and move forward. What's going on, please, for Leo? First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. Okay. And that's a hard thing to do. Insecurity is with us all the time. We can be terribly confident people and secure in many ways. But that doesn't mean there's some parts of us that don't speak to insecurity. I don't know how you can be a human, be alive, and not have some sense of insecurity. And it's to what degree and what level that keeps us from being our true selves, from moving on in our goals in our life. Taking a look at those insecurities will always be a critical thing. And one of the best ways to combat insecurity is understanding your value. The more you understand your value and you abide by those principles, those goals that are of good value to you, yeah, you're going to have moments of fear and insecurity, but the bigger part of you can override them. Insecurities is always going to be a challenge within us, everybody, no exception. We can be brave and confident, and Leo, honey, that's your gig, 100%. You're the lion. You have that bold, beautiful heart, the strength of 10. But that doesn't mean you don't have your moments where you hesitate. How much we hesitate, again, can affect us in very different ways. It can be quite simple, or it can run very, very deep. Let's take a look. Show me what I need to see, please, for Leo. Oh, and P.S. Comments are turned off at this time. For me, it was a much-needed break. Much-needed break. It takes a lot to keep the comments open and clean, which is something I pride myself on. But I got to that point where I needed a break. I needed to free up my own energy as I have a lot going on. But I did notice, side note, benefit. For these more in-depth self-portrait reading types, with the comments turned off, there's less pressure. I couldn't help but notice. People are able to react to the message in their own quiet space without being influenced by comments. And that's a good thing I noticed, more so, with these kind of reading types that can get very, very personal. It's so tempting to scroll down into the comments and see what other people are thinking and saying and feeling, to be influenced by that, be it good or bad. We're taking that pressure away, including people who watch tarot for the wrong reasons. That includes cross-watchers, so no pressure. I think that's a good idea for this kind of reading type. So, happy coincidence. But yes, for these reading types, more so for myself, comments will be off, okay? What's going on, please, for Leo? What's going on, please, for Leo in their effort to move on and move forward, move on and move forward? Moving on, moving forward for Leo, please. Moving on and moving forward for Leo, please. Okay. Once more, take what resonates, leave what does not. Now to begin, step 1, 6 of Cups. I swear to goodness, I'm convinced. I'm convinced, honey. I think this is how you started on that one I had described, was the 6 of Cups. The first steps to moving forward, moving on. There's something here about a soul bond that we need to take a look at, feel, think about, contemplate on. I don't know. But it's the first thing we need to address in order to move on, move forward. The feelings that we need to confront. Ace of Pentacles. We want a brand new beginning, not necessarily with a soul bond, but understanding that there are things that you wish to achieve. There's something about that that needs to be, I suppose I'm trying to say, a more magnified concept. Many of you desire a brand new beginning. And what? I don't know. Could be as simple as career, something to do with our more earthbound, day-to-day 3D energy that's real, practical, reliable, but strong for that reason. So there's something in here that you desire in Ace of Pentacles. Let's take a look. Hidden influences and energies, moving on. 6 of Swords. There's something already within your spirit, specifically your mind. The sword is mind. That you are being influenced to move forward or move on into your life goals. All right? It's already part of you. It's already compelling you. It's already pulling on your energy. If I want new, I need to make space for new. That means moving on. Okay, that means it's already with you. Good job. Qualities that give you strength. Ace of Cups. That's interesting. Knowing not to get emotionally attached to people, places, things, circumstances, situations, etc. that do not serve you, right? I shouldn't get emotionally invested in a situation that may not be for me. I should know not to get attached to it. If it's not for me, don't put myself in it. Don't invest on the emotional level. Some of you consider that a strength. I say good job. Unless, of course, it works against you. All right? There are some things we do need to put ourselves emotionally into in order to achieve it. But hopefully this is you recognizing that if this is not worth my time, energy, and effort, I don't emotionally invest. Therefore, I don't need to stay in it, around it, or put myself further into it. In which case, indeed, that is a strength. Okay. Critical lessons that you need to learn before moving on. Something to do with your heart space. The Queen of Cups. How you express yourself. How you commit yourself in your heart. What it is that you feel naturally. There's some lessons in there, okay, about feelings. Specifically, the Queen of Cups is kind of designated with understanding her emotional attachments. They're easy, they're natural, they're fluid, okay, but she also has a hard time letting go for that reason. She loves who she loves, in other words, okay. Okay, in a future pathway, Ace of Cups, you got some aces attached to you. You do. You've got opportunity surrounding you. You do. Aces specifically, they could be one and the same. Could be two different concepts. The idea is, what do you allow yourself to open up to? You tell me you know how to not invest in stuff that's not for you at the emotional level, right? So how do you open your heart up to that which you do want that is new? Okay. All right. The concept of moving on is already with you, so that pleases me a great deal. Let's start here with that Six of Cups. How to begin. Step 1. Some sort of soul bond energy here. Again, this is not a them-they reading. I'm going to see this connection as some sort of context to how to move forward. Some of that Six of Cups, please. Some of that Six of Cups, please. What about it? In Leo's first step to moving on. Where to begin? Where to begin is the Six of Cups. Where to begin is the Six of Cups. Tell me why. Tell me why. Soul bond energy, by the way, does not have to be the love of a significant other. It's anyone whom you share that unique relationship with. It's kind of a connection that you can feel. And it's based in memory, emotion, and natural connectivity. So that could be anyone. The Moon, Two of Wands, waiting, Page of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you are not aware of the fact that you are waiting on a connection. We need to acknowledge this. I do not know why. Many of you are hoping for some sort of communication with someone who is very, very personal to you. But it's under your moon energy. In other words, it's not fully addressed and it has not fully come to light. You are not entirely aware of the fact that you are waiting on someone important. Why you're waiting, I don't know, but it seems to involve the smallest form of investment, so I'm defaulting to some sort of communication that's realistic in the real world. A Two of Wands, a waiting element, also decisions to be made. You're trying to make up your mind about whether or not to kind of drop a penny somewhere to somebody. What that penny looks like, probably the smallest form of communication, which is the simplest way we can invest our realistic energy. Okay. You don't seem to be aware that it's kind of cooking in the back of your energy. And it's like, step 1. How do I move on, move forward? We need to address some unconscious wishes here. And desire. At some sort of basic level to communicate with someone outside of us. You don't seem to be fully aware of it. That's what the moon does. The clouds obscure the moon, illusions, delusions, fantasy, but also a feeling that we can't quite capture. That's part of the intuition. Intuition will always be part of the moon. It's just harder to access it for that reason. So this is looking deeply private to you. I don't even know how aware of it you are, but there are moments, I know you can feel it, where somewhere in the part of your soul and in your mind says, maybe I could communicate with them. No, 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 no. We need to make up our mind about this. I haven't seen advice yet as to why. I just know that it's with you, and for some reason it's preventing you from moving on. It could be unresolved issues with somebody who is important to you. And again, could be family, could be friends, and it could be, yes, a love interest. I just know it's someone we know and we have a unique connection with. Likely represents some sort of love of the past. Okay, someone we've known a long time. You're thinking about dropping a penny, unconsciously. This is something we need to address. For some reason, it's being indicated to you that it will help you move forward if you make up your mind. Okay? To either address the soul bond or to not. But we need to make a more conscious level decision. Okay? To communicate, to drop a line, to drop a penny, or to not. But to be confrontational with ourselves that we want to at all. That's step one. What you actually do is up to you. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. I just know that for some reason, Spirit's indicating to you, make up your mind about this. And that will help you move on or move forward. What it looks like, what the subject matter is, I don't, but you do. And that's if you resonate. Feelings you need to address. Ace of Pentacles. There are several parts of you that desire new. Show me the feelings you need to confront. Ace of Pentacles. Show me. Show me this Ace of Pentacles, please. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, okay, okay. Feeling good, trying to feel good, making decisions in your best interest. I got it. Show me the Ace of Pentacles, please. Feelings that we need to confront. Show me the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Magician. Tower. Whew, Knight of Cups. Ooh. Well, you're putting out some big player energy, ain't you? Oh my yes. Ooh. There's something radical that you're pulling in for yourself. Oh, I'm not even being close to, flippant about that. That's really real. It's looking like you made up your mind about something. You want to pull it in too. I don't know how it's connected. I don't know if you want a brand new opportunity in work or etc. I don't know, but your emotions attached to it with the Knight of Cups. There's something in here that you've experienced, at least spiritually, that suggests radical change and or value. It's kind of like, I know what I want now. I'm going to go ahead and go forward in this direction. I understand I want this. And it kind of comes in even as a surprise to you. Your feelings about a particular subject have changed rather drastically. You are showing me that you want this, and yet you're actively pursuing it, at least on the manifestation level, pulling it towards you with kind of what looks like radical speed. So I don't typically advise Leo to slow down. Once you know your energy and you've made up your mind, you typically do it. That's fixed fire. That's that lovely, beautiful fixed fire. It's like, okay, once I know, I know. And we don't really argue about it. We don't really debate about it. You just kind of do it. That's what you do. That's what Leo does. And it's looking like, at least spiritually, where you're trying to pull in from the universe, you've had a radical change of heart about something. And now you're saying, I want this with full glory. It looks like a decision you've made relatively recently to pursue new, to actively understand that you're pursuing it. And something about here suggests, yeah, I made up my mind about that. I kind of radically changed my mind and therefore radically changed my energy. I understand something that I might have not been too sure about recently. I am now very sure about it. You're saying you feel good about this. It's looking like feelings you've already confronted about something you were confused about. So, that's done very, very recently. And it does look kind of loud. It does look a little fast-paced, but so long as it feels right to you, then that's all that matters, okay? It's just looking like in some respect of your life, and I'm thinking or leaning more towards work opportunity, but you also have an Ace of Cups here. So it's whatever you deem to be worthy of such a high-level investment. It's whatever it is that you deem worthy of having to radically change your heart about. It's like, you know what, I'm going to do it. This has, you know what, I'm going to do it written all over it. So this is another kind of decision. I don't know if it's the attached to this. I don't know. But I like that. I have respect for that. I know what those kind of moments are like. Something that you were on the fence about, something that you were unsure about, and it was with you, and it was with you, and it was with you. And then one day, you know you want it. You ever had moments like that? That's what this is. So realistically, the Ace of Pentacles is realistic 3D work that you feel that you can achieve. Not just career, but something that you can plant for the long-term investment. That could be love, it could be work, I don't know. But it's like I have a new goal, and I just realized it today. That is literally some of you. In which case, bravo. So feelings you need to confront, it's looking like you did it very recently. You've made up your spiritual energies mind. You seem to have made up your emotional energies mind. And somehow it's going to play out in your 3D. Very curious. Very curious. Ooh, I feel so nosy. I want to clarify the clarifiers. That's so interesting. And I might do. You know me. You know me. Once I go down a trail, oh my goodness. I tend to be thorough. I like to lift the rock, see what's under the rock. I'm very curious about what's under your rock. Okay, I admit that sounds dirty. I didn't mean it to sound that way, but it comes out the way it comes out, and that's what he said. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different, happy to be so. Welcome to Sassy Scorpion Tarot. Okay, Six of Swords. Hidden energies that are influencing you actually is your willingness to move forward. Like I said, I think you made up your mind, and you made up your mind radically, rather recently. I think it even surprised you just a wee bit. I wonder what you're up to. Hopefully you'll show me as we go along. Perhaps it is a reflection of this. I made up my mind about this particular soul bone. I don't know. But it seems to be your step one. Six of Swords, please, for Leo moving on. Your influencing energies. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Three of Wands, there's the waiting again. Death. Nine of Swords. Oh, very good. Okay. Okay. I don't know what it is that you were waiting on, but you decided to kill it very recently in your effort to move forward. It was causing you stress and or anxiety. I don't know what that is. You're being very mysterious today. Oh, I do like a good mystery. I might have to clarify further. You keep hiding things from me, honey. I'm going to keep digging. There's something in you that killed some sort of waiting element. And I see it up here. Fuck it. I've made up my mind. No more waiting. And here's the thing. There's that Nine of Swords. And in tarot, okay, we equate Nine of Swords with anxiety, fear, insecurities. The shit that keeps us up at night. The shit that keeps us from moving forward or preventing us. That's mental rumination on hyperdrive. Okay. Frustration, anxiety. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And we take all our fears and our loves and our good energies and good intentions, and we wrap them up into our brains and our minds as fears, stressors. This is with me day and night. It keeps me up at night. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So the Leo I'm looking at, I told you, this looks like it's based upon a decision you made rather recently. The feelings you need to confront, it looks like you did. Good job. You had to override a lot of mental bullshit to get to the conclusion you needed to. I think you did what you do, and you set your insecurities aside and decided to make some sort of decision, because I see you waiting for an answer, waiting for something to arrive to you, and the idea of, I know what to do now. And it looks like you stayed in that position for a while, waiting for some sign from the universe to move forward. I think what you were waiting on was permission from yourself. Okay? And that's hard for fixed signs. You're a trailblazer. No one doubts that. You're the Ace of Wands, honey. But you still have fixation issues like most fixed signs do. And you can ruminate on something until energetically you've made up your mind about it. And Leo is much more capable than than the other fixed signs are. You still are fire, so you move faster. So that's what I'm saying. Once you've typically made up your mind, everybody sees it. Everybody can feel your energy change. Everybody can see that Leo light up and say, okay, this is what I'm doing now. So I am literally seeing, I believe, a classic Leo process here. You knew you wanted to move forward in some sort of goal. I'm seeing double, triple goals for you. And you hesitated. You stayed your hand. You stayed your hand. You stayed your hand. And the only thing you were waiting on was you. This whole time. And it was wrapped up in fear and anxieties. I don't know if I can dare move forward on my goals. I don't know if I can dare move forward in life as I understand it. I don't know if I can dare move forward in love. Take your pick. I'm seeing a couple different things for you. The point is that you stopped waiting on yourself and you made a decision. Those feelings you needed to confront is exactly what you did. So I'm seeing stuff after the fact. So again, not too dissimilar from your other reading where I just saw you moving forward at an accelerated rate and just killing your goals. So I'm seeing something similar here. Spirit wants to recognize the process that you've gone through, the fear and the anxiety and the insecurities and the self-doubt that you held yourself back. And we all do this. It's not an accusation, honey. This is the human process that we sometimes hold ourselves back from, and we conquered it. That's what I'm looking at today. So you recently made a decision. It's like, okay, I know where my heart's moving now. Not just in love. But if you're a water sign, you understand your heart is the power vehicle for which you derive most of your decisions or your directions. And you're showing me you want to lead more from your heart. So now you know what you're aiming towards goal-wise. So I don't know what that is, and I hate that it's so vague. I want to see more of that. I want to know what it is. I do want to know what it is. I have some sort of connection here that you've been tinkering with unconsciously. Should I open up? Should I open up? Should I drop a line? Should I say something? I don't know if it's related or if that's a completely separate gig. I just know that it's your step one. And once you seem to sort that out, other things seem to fall into place for you. Okay. All right. Qualities that give you strengths. 8 of Cups. I will not emotionally invest in, again, people, places, situations, circumstances, work, or love opportunities that are not serving me. Okay. I have that ability to walk away before I have a chance to get hooked or attached in all the wrong ways. That's a very strong skill, if that's you. Show me. Show me that 8 of Cups, please. Show me that 8 of Cups. Show me that 8 of Cups. Show me that 8 of Cups, please, for Leo's quality strengths. Show me that 8 of Cups, please. I like that. This is, I will point out now, one of the few opportunities I get to see where death is overriding some bullshit, which is great. Not just a signifier of things having ended, but that particular elements within us are no longer an issue. Yeah. You might have some Scorps in your chart. It's like, you know what? I've made up my mind. Fuck it. The only thing I'm waiting on is me. The only thing that's holding me back from my Ace of Pentacles, my Ace of Cups, is me. I've made up my mind and I made it up today. You are moving forward in your manifestation efforts, and I do hope that you achieve whatever it is that you are trying to pull in, because what you're trying to pull in seems to be, I know what's up, and I know what I want, and I know what I'm going to do to get it. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Ah, there it is. Yay. Okay, I got you, babe. I got you. I got you. Good job, Leo. Oh, good job, Leo. Good. I am seeing such real classic Leo energy here. It is such a privilege. It is such a treat. And I don't mean that in some offhanded way. It is beautiful to see the essence of Leo. It really is. And you know what's funny? I haven't pulled one of your power cards, but this is so like you. Energetically, this is your map. Yeah, no, there's something you're leaving behind, and it's an unhappy work bullshit. Yes. I love it. Not because you're leaving work behind, but because you are telling me you understand what's best for you. And thus, you're not refusing. I'm sorry, you're refusing to settle. You're refusing to stay. You made up your mind. You made it up recently. Good on you. Your heart's moving in the right direction. And it might even hit you as a surprise one day. When you ever had that moment, you just wake up, okay. All right. I know what I'm doing. Whereas weeks or months prior, you can work on something and ruminate on something and get fixated on something. And we play hot foot with our decisions. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe. And then you're like, okay, that's done. I know what I'm doing now. That's great. That's fantastic. I see many of you leaving an unfulfilling work opportunity, one where you are emotionally devoid of the whole situation. Now, it does not have to be a whole job or career. It could be elements within that working structure. So let's say, I don't know, you work in IT. I don't know. And let's say you're doing the jobs of 3 or 4 people when you've been hired for one function. And then you have your moment like, you know what? I refuse to do that work now. That's not why I was hired. I need to go back and focus on what was mine. And you know what? If you can't deal with that, I'm going to go my own way. Because I should not be wearing this many hats. Okay? So it could be a function within your pre-existing job or career, whatever it is that no longer serves you and you refuse to participate and earn your income that way. There's something in here where it's like, personally, you are dissatisfied with some element of work and you're moving on from it. You just made up you want a brand new Ace of Pentacles, so it is work oriented, but your emotions are trying to attach to it in a healthy way. In other words, you want to feel good about you and what it is that preoccupies your time. Okay. Excellent. Very good. You don't want to be anymore in a situation where you feel almost absolutely nothing for it. So here's your full blasting wide open. It's like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. Thank you. I'm moving on, moving forward. I'm taking a chance. There it is again. 6 of Swords. I got consistent energy for you. So you were on the fence about this for a long time. What if I leave this? What if I leave this? What if I leave this? What if I drop this particular project? What if I no longer attach my name to this? What if I no longer blah, blah, blah? And you were in that zone for a long time. So when I'm telling you, you made up your mind, you made up your damn mind. You're like, I have no feeling for this. And guess what? Work, career, that takes up 1/3 of my life. I should probably feel better about what it is I do every damn day. Yes. So when people make up their mind energetically, it shows and you get consistency. And I love that. It's my favorite word in tarot is consistency, energetic consistency specifically. So you did your bit. Where you wiffle-waffled, insecurities, anxiousness, what if I leave this behind, move on to different goals, what happens, what happens, what happens, oh shit, benefits and salaries and all this, I understand. So Leo, I'm looking at, you said, you know what, I should feel good about what I do. I'm going to go in a different direction now. Powerfully so, beautiful, well done, your spirit's free, look at you, you're starting a new adventure, yes. And not just for the sake of it, because you really wanted to. You know, it's not change for change, honey. This was with you for a long time. Congratulations. Oh, congratulations. I love it when people and their spirit and their energies break free. I love it when they break free from the tumultuous stuff and the stuff that does not serve us, that puts us into rotation and makes us feel like a zombie. And that's hard to do. That is so hard to do. But congratulations. Many of you have met. This is still curious. I was hoping that would tie in, but that's not it. It's not related. This is not related. Perhaps here. I don't know. Let's keep going. That's not it. It's another kind of waiting element, and it's more on the personal side with a personal connection. In other words, this part is still with you then. It's still under your moon. This was something else altogether, and it's looking very career-oriented. I want to get back to that little bugger. I can't help it. I'm Scorpio. Triple Scorpio. In Western astrology and sidereal. I don't think you get much more Scorpio than that. All that to say, I like a good mystery. Specifically, I like solving other people's mysteries. Mine is not your business. That's so Scorpio. Tell me all about you, but I'm not going to tell you anything about me. I keep my secrets. I know, we're horrible, but I love being me. I'm not gonna lie. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Oh, honey, no, you'll never solve the mystery that is me. But you tell me all about you, though. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. No, trust is such a high priority. You want to know my personal business? I gotta trust you. I don't trust you. You ain't no shit. That's it. That's Scorpio in summary. That's why we're such a pain in the ass. Show me that critical lessons that need to be learned. What about the Queen of Cups? What about the Queen of Cups? What about the Queen of Cups? Critical lessons for Leo to learn. Critical lessons that Leo needs to learn, please. Not there yet. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. From whatever else I see at this point, I'm very proud of you. Good job. Good job understanding your anxieties, your stress. Good job understanding that you were waiting on you. Good job understanding that feeling anxious and insecure about your work and not feeling good about it, thus not feeling good about you. Good job understanding these things. Beautiful. Well done. This is the natural process right here. Gorgeous. Thank you for personifying that. Okay. Queen of Cups. Good job. Okay. Critical lessons that need to be learned. What about the heart space? Ace of Wands, Judgment, Five of Swords. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. That's a little bit more on the personal side. That's a little bit more on the personal side. To ignore your instinct is self-sabotage. It's a beautiful lesson, and it's a simple one. You've been marked with aces multiple times. In other words, it was overdue. You've been contemplating aces in many areas of your life, not just work. I see the love, and I also see your S. I was trying to say Ace of Wands, and you know it. I did not see your ass. That's for Intimate Tarot. Which is coming up in like a month, I think. I have it on the schedule. Oh, we're having fun with words today. Yes, that's okay. I really am. Seriously, I'm so enjoying the direction of your reading. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. I see the Leo collective tighten up and focus. I am so happy with this. I am so happy with this. Yes, to delay the new opportunities. Like I said, we were back and forth for a long time. It was just a form of you keeping you from your goals. It was a form of self-sabotage. Okay. And I think you're seeing that. I think you're understanding that. It's like when your heart calls to you. So that King, Queen of Cups is the fullness of heart. And understanding that sometimes we must be led by our heart and kind of taking our fears and separating them from what we naturally feel is easier said than done. But the part of you that is so much bigger, so much warm, so much more expressive, wants you to do what's in your best interest, and it has been for a long time. So judgment, it was an overdue judgment call, and the more we delayed, the more we allowed our anxieties and insecurities to override what we innately were feeling, which is to go outward from what we're currently in. It was a form of self-sabotage. You see that now, right? So when we ignore our instincts, when we ignore our natural feeling, Leo, it's time to pick a different direction. Leo, it's time to move here in this direction. You've been wanting this and desiring this for a long time. Turn down the noise and the volume that is that anxiety, that is that insecurity. And what are we left with? A very strong desire to move on with your life, and many practical elements and as well as emotional elements. You're learning this, it's looking like after the fact, but it's a good lesson to learn. It's like, I should have done this years ago. What held me back? Don't mind that. That's okay. It's a lesson for next time, literally. The next time you have such a strong innate calling, okay, to gravitate towards that which is right for you and to leave behind those things that no longer serve you. It's a lesson to take with you. Your heart is so much bigger than your fears when you can separate your fears from your heart, yes? So the King, Queen of Cups, they're all about that emotional expression. And they say things with the fullness of heart, and they mean it. I feel this. And they don't retract it. They don't take it back. They're claiming of their emotions, be they positive or negative, because they all serve us. This is the person who can speak freely of their heart. You've been unhappy for a while. And like I said, the only person you were waiting on was you. Okay? And it's not a judgment call. We all go through it. We all wait on ourselves. We will always be our biggest advocate, and we will always be our biggest critic. And somewhere in between, we have to live and navigate and make decisions as best we can. Understand our feelings as best we can and make decisions accordingly. So again, congratulations to you. You will carry this lesson into your future endeavors. The next time you feel that imperative need to get on with your life in any area, be it an Ace of Pentacles, an Ace of Wands, or an Ace of Cups, Don't ignore the feeling. You're just delaying your own sort of destiny, if you will. Okay? Excellent. I am so pleased for you. I'm kind of glad the other one didn't come through, in a way, because I think this one is much more realistic. Don't get me wrong, the other one was rock star. It was pure rock star. Loved it. But I think this is a much better representation of the human experience, and a really good form of moving on in all the right ways, for the right reasons. And when we delay that instinct, all we do is shoot ourselves in the foot, and then we look, oh, I should have done this years ago. I know, but you weren't ready then. Okay? But the next time you're confronted with that feeling of change, you will be in a better position to operate from it, yeah? Okay, the Ace of Cups, please. Your future path. You seem to be dead set on some sort of new aspect in your life, possibly more than one area. Some of that Ace of Cups, some of that Ace of Cups, some of that Ace of Cups. Some of that Ace of Cups, please. Some of that Ace of Cups, please. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Stars, holy smokes. You are headed into a path of true self-fulfillment, self-care, self-love. You will be living the dream, it seems, relatively soon. If you continue on in this way, I see you being very comfortable, very satisfied with you, your achievements, your sense of stability, your homestead energy. Your self-care is through the roof. Your sense of self-worth and self-respect are through the roof, but in the right, healthy ways. You've been slowly headed towards this direction for a while. This is what happens when we, dare say, make our dreams come true. You have to know that you want that dream. And any insecurity or anxiety surrounding it has to go in order to achieve it. And that's all I see you doing. So, bravo. I see what looks like also a personal love element attached to it. Don't get me wrong. This is beautiful representation of self-care. Queen of Pentacles plus Ace of Cups. Oh, forget about it. That is self-love, self-respect, comfort of thyself, of thy own company, thy own energy, independence in that respect of I know me, I know what my worth and value is, but there is a softer component in here. The star here has hope and desire. Now, do many of you hope and desire to be stable, worth, value? This is me. This is my most idealized self. Absolutely. That's a valid hope and dream for anyone. But there's a softer note in here, and I've been trying to pick up on it this whole time. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to get back to that. Can I say more what this is? I see you achieving your goals, and it was all with the willingness of, yeah, I'm going to push myself forward even if it's scary. Because at the end of the day, I know what's best for me, yeah? I agree. You do know what's best for you at the end of the day, 100%. Can I say more of what this is, please? Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. Let's get you a focus on that. Slowly but surely, you were headed in this direction. Once you set into motion, literally moving forward, you put yourself on this particular pathway. It's literally your future pathway. Is there something else in here attached to that star, please? Or that Ace of Cups? Oh. Okay. That moon. That moon. The thoughts we had been avoiding. The frustration. The blockage. You feel better about it. That moon energy. So they do tie together just a wee bit. Let's take a look at this. Can I get more on why this connection's under contemplation? Why is this connection under contemplation for activity? You will whatever this is, you will readdress it at your own time and at your own pace. I could not tell you when. The timeline's not here. I can't see it. At some point, you will re-enter what looks like a determination to readdress something on your terms when you feel better about this direction. I don't know who or what this is to you. It's kind of like you're saying, I'm putting that on the shelf. I can't address it right now. So that would explain automatically that why whatever this connection is under the moon. You don't really have the capacity to give it your attention right now. It's with you in some vague sense. Seriously under contemplation, or should I take action towards it even in the smallest of ways? Page of Pentacles. You will readdress this in your own time. I just know that it's successful, whatever that looks like to you. You're showing me determination to address it in a powerful way, but today is not that day. I just know that by the time you do, relief is part of it, as the star. So I don't know who or what that connection is to you. You opened up with it under step 1. We need to understand on the unconscious level, you don't have to do anything right now with it, Leo, is what they're saying. But understand that that's not a coincidence. It's in the back of your mind for a reason. You will address it in your own time, just not right now. Right now, what's taking precedence is the matters at hand, the decision you have recently made. Well done. As we've discussed, your lesson, don't ever ignore your instinct again. It was just a form of self-sabotage. And that self-sabotage, the sword, the mental anxiety, the thoughts, the insecurities, that's what held you back from your brand new beginning. It's looking heavily like work orientation, with the end result of you feeling a lot more secure and at peace with you. Beautiful. Everything's flowing together. These two, further clarifications, they're related, but it's kind of something that's attached to an element that is further out. You're telling me you don't have the full time to give this your attention. Just know that it's with you, and it will come up later, and it seems to be under your design. That's your determination, telling me I will get back to this later. Okay? I don't have the room to give it now, but I'm going to get back to this, and I'm going to address it. And then I see it coming up on your future timeline as well, and it gives you peace. It's like I can't afford to be in my moon energy right now. I don't want to look at that. I feel it. It's there. It's with me. But I will get back to that connection at a later date. That's all you're telling me. And when you do, you feel good about it. So what that entails, I don't know. But you're taking charge of it. You're literally telling me I will get back to that at another time, Christina. Not right yet, but I'll get back to it. And when you do, it's powerfully so. This is another element that I literally see you making your mind up about. It's almost a little scary. Just a little intimidating with that energy. It's like, I will get back to that. And you seem to address it powerfully. This connection that's under your moon. The one that you're blocking and avoiding right now. I'm not saying it's for bad reasons. I'm saying that you don't have the capacity to deal with it right now. But you are aware of it in some way, no matter how small. I don't think you know yet what you're going to do with this connection or how you're going to approach it. I just know that when you do, it will be done so under your determination, and it will be done so powerfully. It's kind of like, I will sort that shit out later. Kind of like that. It's really firm. But yes, I believe you when you say, I'll get back to that later. It's pretty hard. It's a hard note. I don't know what that conversation entails. I just know that when you do address it, you feel at peace with that particular situation as well. But it's coming across from a place where I feel more stable, and I feel very secure about me, And I actually feel good about myself. And that's when you seem to have the energy to actually address this. Some sort of connection that's important to you. And you seem to be soul bonded to it. This could be anyone you're actively not trying to deal with right now. And you know that. But they're still part of you. Okay? Ooh. Ooh. I'm just so nosy about that. Other than that, honey, everything's pretty straightforward. It is pretty darn straightforward. I don't know when you're going to get back to that person, though. I just know that when you do, like in other areas, you'll know when the time is right. You will know when the time is right. So curious. Hierophant, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay. It seems to come from a good place, a good spiritual place. You might have some Taurus in your chart. Let's see who else we got. We got Scorps. I mean, again, this is about the self. I'm talking about you, not anyone you're connected to. I just know that when you do address it, it comes from a good place, okay, of wanting some sort of healthy relationship response with somebody. Again, Four of Wands does not have to. It's anyone whom you are developing a contractual relationship with. I understand our energy together creates something that's between just you and I. And then I see you actively communicating with that, with good intentions, good spirit, a healthy frame of addressing it. What's behind it is the determination to readdress it later. Okay. So you'll know more about that when the time is right. But I do know it's coming from a positive place. All right? It seems to be happy, it seems to be light, and it's coming from a good spirit within you. I don't know what that is, honey. I just know that when you do get around to addressing your moon in that connection, you feel better. That's all I got. I dug as much as I could. Whatever that connection is to you is whatever it is to you. Okay? But other than that, congratulations, and literally moving on towards your goals. You did more than half the work for me. I don't even know why your message is this long, to be honest with you. I have no darned idea, no bloody clue, but there you go. I say well done, well done. Very well done. You did push through your anxieties, you did push through your fears, you did push through your insecurities. And you will be rewarded for setting yourself on the path for which you have been feeling was coming for a long time. I see it heavily, though, as work orientation. And that in and of itself is a huge goal, so don't be dismissive of that. Literally, it's like 1/3 of our lives, guys. So yeah, you should know if you're finding value from that or not, or if it's valuing you, or compensating you correctly. So for those of you who've been holding back out of fear of change, fear of making that decision, it was you waiting to give yourself permission to do what you need to do, to listen to yourself, to listen to your instinct. Okay. Very good. Very good. Anything else in here, please? Toxicity bound to patterns. Yeah, I'm seeing that again right here. Some of you do have that tendency to get locked in your heads and overthink things, and then it's looking like you push past that. Okay. What else, please, for Leo? Separation. And that's you. When you separated from all that nonsense, from that self-sabotage, from holding yourself back, okay, what you did exactly what we're talking about. That's you. That is one of your cards, Sunny the Sun. Okay. You showed strength, sun, and self-empowerment when you did what you needed to do for you and you. That's it. I'm so nosy about that. Can I say more about that? Moon energies. When you approach it, it will be on your term. It seems to be on your terms and on your time. You're not done with it. You're just saying you don't have the room to address it. Cool, I understand. That's fine. I do know the feedback you get is positive. It does seem to be a spiritually significant connection. One that could be stabilized. Can I get any more on that, please? No charms, no time checks. Vivid dreams. Push and pull energy. Someone we kind of have a push and pull relationship with. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. You know, somebody pushes, the other person pulls. There might be some runner chaser stuff in there. But we have vivid dreams about this person. And that comes from that spiritual energy, the Hierophant, the Six of Cups, etc. We need to show this patience. Yeah, like I said, you're not ready to address it yet. This is taking priority, as it should. This one you say, I'll readdress in my own good time when I'm ready for it, and I've made up my mind about how I'm going to address it. So when you do address it, it's done so powerfully, but with respect. Okay, the spiritual connection, the respect that comes from. And it looks like you do receive positive feedback, signs from nature. Again, you'll know when it's right. Okay? Ooh, so nosy. Okay. I mean, there's a reason my job is my job. Okay. Okay. I hope this helped you. Good job. Excellent. Excellent reading for moving on and what it stands for. You're already in practice of it, so good job. Well done. I'm very pleased for you. I will see you in approximately 2 weeks. I will be doing the extended full version of Yours and Theirs, the channel favorite, obviously. And then it's somewhere in a month or so after that, Intimate Tarot is going to be. I promise. I promise. Another channel favorite. Okay, Leo, honey. Take care. Be well.